message to the team was more last night was my time, and that was the whole own it principle about, there's going to be a game on September 12th. There's going to be a lot of things happen, and it's all our responsibility and their responsibility. There's a big saying around here, 10 strong, and there's 10 units on a team, and own your unit. Don't worry, if I'm a linebacker unit, don't worry about the corner unit. Make sure we take care of the linebacker unit. So individual, unit, team, own it. That's you. Don't make excuses. And it seems like this whole world's full of excuses right now. No excuses. Take care of your bodies. Training camp's hard. We have a great sports performance model. Use it. If you don't use it, that's on you. So be a pro. Yeah, they're good. We did a conditioning test. Everybody passed it. It wasn't overly difficult. But, and my message back in whenever that was June is if I'm worried about conditioning tests, we really don't need to practice much because we're going to get our ass kicked in. So they were good.
What's been your approach with unvaccinated players in terms of how you address them? Is it like a stern message, or is it one that's cradled in sensitivity? How do you approach that?
Well, I got vaccinated, and I didn't get vaccinated because someone told me to. I don't do that. I got vaccinated because I did a deep dive and educated myself. And the doctor that I've known for a long time said, get vaccinated. I'm taking the same approach with the players and making sure that we educate them, present, and ultimately it's their choice. But how do you make choices in life? You educate them and give them the truth. So I believe they should be vaccinated, but I'm not a doctor, but we presented that to them several times.
What is your level of concern about the numbers on your team right now?
Yeah, we're up over 80% now, so I'm monitoring that. And we have some very good doctors that will visit with the players that are not experts at it.
Would anything less than 100 be a disappointment to you?
Oh, I don't know if disappointment, because I guess I just respect people's choice. So we're doing our best. Education is the key.
Urban Minshew with the ones, Trevor with the twos. Is that going to flip-flop?
Rotate. They rotate today, and then CJ had a decent day today. So it's a long process. But today was Gardner and Trevor at one, and then tomorrow I think will be a little different.
Coach, what do you see? What's Shaq Griffin's best leadership qualities out there?
I love Shaq Griffin. His energy for practice. I just think there's takers and there's givers. Takers. People that you have to constantly motivate. I've said that for years. Great players you prepare. Average players you have to motivate all the time. Shaq, he loves the game, he loves the practice.
And you talked about how the interview process for free agency was different. You didn't get as much face time as you wanted to, but with a guy like Shaq, was that not but with a guy like Shaq, was that not really
Boy, we hit it out of the park, man. I mean, Roy, and I'm not talking about, we're still to be determined, but you start talking about Ray Jenkins, Shaq, Marvin Jones, Roy, Carlos. I know there's Dorsett. I apologize. Manhurts. I mean, plus. So we did good. We did a lot of that was a deep dive by our coaching staff, Trent and his staff, and me personally calling people because once again you couldn't meet with them. But we did. I like those guys. Those are good.
Would you say you had a pretty good first day overall?
I haven't had many bad first days. We have a bad first day. Ask me day 12. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, Urban, you talked about learning curve for yourself, getting acclimated. Was the fine during OTAs, was that part of the learning process? And that's a pretty hefty fine.
Yeah, I went, I want to know what was it. I actually thought we did a heck of a job. We gave them every third day off. We, we had full attendance, so we had a little different, very proud of our guys. They love the sports performance model, and they sent us 8 plays. And the 8 plays were defenders going after a ball. I want to say 3 times they're, incidental contact. The other times were. So the adjustments we made, no press coverage right now. It was all off. And the deep really just, that's where most of the stuff was.
You talked earlier challenging of DJ Chark this offseason to gain more weight. How have you seen him respond now, 4 months later, as we step out here for day 1 of training camp?
DJ's great. He wants to. I heard that someone said, "How can you're challenging him?" I mean, that's daily. That's part of a coach's job. So there's zero resistance, and if that's something that can make him better. and he's worked hard at it. He looks great. His body looks great. His strength has really improved. So.
You talked earlier, very early on in your tenure about you can't miss on this. Based on what you've seen through 4 or 5 months, do you think that this team is going to fulfill that?
Yeah, it's early. I think you evaluate each phase. Phase 1 and then phase 2. That's early on. The number one thing I wanted to make sure we got done is the player safety and health, and I don't feel good about it. I feel great about it. Shad Khan was good enough to give us what we need. We built a whole brand new rejuvenation room for our players that was not here. That involves a cryo float tank, cocoon, and infrared, and then we also made our trainers. We don't say trainers anymore. We say experts. So taping ankles doesn't make you a trainer. Becoming an expert at deep tissue, cupping, acupuncture, or dry needling they call it. So it's full of experts now in there, and that part was A+. Now there's only one thing, as I told our players, one thing worse than not having that stuff is not using it. So it goes back to the own it. Take care of yourself, man. This is it's going to be a long journey here. So I like where we're at, but we all know we got a long way to go.
Thanks, Coach. We got to go. We got players coming.
You got one?
Yeah. Did you get a lot of pushback or complaints from the DBs about no press coverage, not going after balls?
No, because they saw the fine, and I think the same reaction the player. A lot of them said they thought we had a great off season, and what was that fine? And then I showed them. We actually showed them the 8 plays that they sent us, and there's, to be honest with you, about 4 of them. You're like, but rules are rules, and so we're going to follow the rules.